Hey, this is JR from CES 2020, and we are in the Alpine booth. I love what Alpine does. They have their own sort of quiet room off of the big show floor where they can really make sure their gear looks and sounds its best. What we're looking at here is the KTA-200M. This actually is the stereo, the ILX W650. We debuted this last year at CES, and one of the cool things that came along with this stereo was a stackable power amp that attaches to the back of it. That's a power pack from Alpine. They had a lot of feedback from their customers saying it would be kind of cool if that stackable amp could be a subwoofer amp instead of a 4-channel amp. And that's what we've got going on here. This is the KTA-200M stackable subwoofer amplifier. The whole idea here is you let the 4 channels of power in the radio power your speakers in your car. You let the stackable sub amp power your subwoofer. Loaded with power, if you've got a 4 ohm sub, it's 100 watts, 2 ohm sub, it's 200 watts, and with Alpine's dynamic peak power, you can really get up to 400 realistic watts out of it for your musical peaks. So pretty well good performing amplifier. You are gonna have to run power and ground separately from the radio just because it's a beefy amplifier. You can't run it off of the same power circuit that you're running your radio off of. So it also has an input on the back for a subwoofer knob, and Alpine has a new bass knob that just looks fantastic. It's one of the most stylistic knobs I've seen yet. So to turn your bass up and down, you can do that with a separate knob. You don't have to go into the menu of the radio because you can add Alpine's bass knob right to it. That is the KTA-200M stackable subwoofer amplifier. Goes right on the back of the ILX W650 with the bracket, or you can really use it with any radio. Thank you so much for watching. This is JR at CES 2020 in the Alpine booth.